Hi, my name is Laurens Ham. I'm an assistant professor in modern Dutch literature at Utrecht University in the Netherlands. I was one of the researchers between July 2020 and March 2021 in a project about the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on the Dutch book sector. The other researchers were Geert Bulens, Helleke van den Braber, Camilla Parcentino, and Tessa van der Warenburg. We are currently finishing the project, and with this very short video, I would like to give you some insights in what we did in this project and what were the most important results. The project was funded by ZonMW, the Fund for Medical Research in the Netherlands, and it called for small, short projects on the impact of the pandemic in several sectors in society. It was very important to be as quick and practical as possible. And let me share my screen with you now. Let's have a look. Yeah, like this. Make it full screen. So we decided to make partnerships with all the important organizations in the Dutch book sector, such as the interest groups for authors, for publishers, for booksellers, for libraries, and so on. But also, for instance, with the Dutch Foundation for Literature, with CPMB, a marketing organization, etc. We interviewed them both about the experiences during the pandemic they had and about the values that they considered important in their work. And besides that, we gathered hundreds of media items and reports, both from Dutch and international sources, about the impact of the pandemic on the book sector. So the Dutch book sector did not collapse during the crisis. Which was different than what many people thought or feared in spring 2020. On the contrary, the market grew about 7% during the year. And an alarming aspect, however, was that e-commerce grew at the expense of physical bookshops. And to be more precise, the large online retailer bol.com was extremely successful. Likewise, the same happened with Amazon, whereas many small bookshops went through hard times. It is probable that 2021 will see an international peak of bankruptcy proceedings, which is not completely clear at the moment. Another precarious player in the network is the author. Non-best-selling authors sold less books than in a normal year and had less book events or even none at all. Some of the most important recommendations in our report are about strengthening the position of both physical bookshops and authors, perhaps at the same time. For instance, by subsidizing events in bookshops in such a way that authors can be properly paid for them. And here the position of literary festivals also comes into play. Literary festivals around the world had to remodel their programs during the last year. This meant that new digital formats were explored, which might be very interesting in the future as well. But in the Netherlands, subsidized festivals were also urged to spend a large amount of their budgets to the remuneration of authors. And this poses perhaps interesting questions for the future. Does the coronavirus pandemic strengthen the financial role of literary festivals also in the future? And how digitized will this future of literary festivals be? As of spring 2021, these questions cannot be answered yet.